And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. If you guys are new to us here on Amazon, like Gregory is there, hello to you, Gregory. Good to be able to see you on the Amazon side. Welcome. Thank you, Gregory, for hitting that follow button. You guys can follow Gregory's lead by hitting the follow button you see either here in this corner or down below. You also see some of the books from our next guest, as well as one of her featured authors is coming up for a great event, that being Colette Harrell. We're excited to welcome Colette back to Conversations Live and Cyrus Represents here on Amazon Live. We also are simulcasting our broadcast today. So hello to you guys joining us on social media, on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. Glad you all could be with us as well. We're going to talk to Colette not only about her love of storytelling, but also her supporting other authors and writers as well. She has a writers retreat that's coming up. We're going to talk to her about that, how you guys can be a part of it too, and stay connected with all that she's doing as well. Colette, my friend, great to be able to have you back with us.
I am glad to be back. You are always an exciting interviewer, so never know what's going to happen on Conversations Live.
Well, thank you for that. And Gregory says he's excited to be here on the Amazon side. Gregory, we're glad that you could be here to support Colette and us as well. So a lot for us to talk about, because we were just talking about, Colette, that last time you were on the program, we were talking about this book here, which is later. We do have it in the carousel for our audience joining us on Amazon. If you guys are not joining us on the Amazon platform, you will see a link, no matter where you guys are, that'll lead you back over to Amazon. But since then, you also have been a part of this book, Colette, The
That's
Gift of
right.
Freedom as well. And you were just telling me about you have another book that's in the works as well. Colette, so what has this experience been like for you? People can see some of your other work here on Amazon. What has it been like for you to be able to have a love of storytelling and to be able to share those stories with the world?
I absolutely love it. I love the author community. I love engaging with the readers. There's no downside to it other than it's only 24 hours in a day, and some of that has to go to sleep. But
Yes.
I truly enjoy writing. I enjoy thinking up impossible plots and then finding my way out of it. And so I inevitably paint myself in corners in these books and then find out a way to get out of it, which is my fun part. I'm a pantser. For those who don't know what a pantser is someone who just sits down and writes, not necessarily plans what they're going to write. They
Mhm.
write by the seat of their pants. So I enjoy it. I go down rabbit holes and then I come back out. So it's a fun time.
Love that. Love that. And you've been able to do something, Colette, that not everyone's been able to do well, and that is to write fiction like later and nonfiction as well. Do you think you just have a love of writing in general, and that's why you're able to kind of play in both worlds?
I do have a love of writing. I am working with several authors right now. Two of them are memoirs, so there are nonfiction. One of them is fiction. The gift of freedom based on true stories,
Mhm.
but actually fiction.
Okay.
So that was a lot of fun to write because there are four different authors coming from four different areas and writing stories about betrayal and abandonment and inevitably all about forgiveness. These four women who don't know each other all take a trip to Jamaica, and it's not to get their groove back, but to find out how to forgive so that they can get their lives back. And
Mm.
so, The Gift of Freedom, it was my first rom com. My story in there is a short story, and it's funny, but at the same time, the character faces abandonment and betrayal, and it's how she has to learn how to handle it. So, as they all say, so that she gets better, not bitter. And
Gotcha.
so that was a lot of fun to write, and all of the writers did a beautiful job.
Love that. Gregory says on Amazon, I am one of her students. So, Gregory, you know that you're in good hands. And that's going to lead us into what we're going to talk about a little bit later, Colette, which is what you're doing for writers and being able to bring them together to get them inspired and educated as well. So, part of what you've been able to do is to not only to build your own fan base, Colette, but you've been able to connect with other authors as well. One of them we've had the privilege of having on this program, someone I'm glad to call a friend. It's been great watching her rise, and that is best-selling author Victoria Christopher Murray. What has that been like for you to have friends in the business, Colette, who are not only being able to shine, but also have been able to help others too?
Well, it's an amazing connection, and I continue to meet new authors that are outstanding in their genres. Of course, Victoria Christopher Murray, stands alone with all that she's doing. 2 times New York Times bestselling author, books to movies. What isn't she doing in the genre right now? Stays on tour, stays out there in the public eye, and so I am very, very happy that she's a good friend. I'm very, very happy to support her. I've supported her for years. And one of the things that I know she does very, very well is she is a phenomenal teacher. And I have taken her classes in the past. They have helped me. When I first started out, she was my developmental editor. And I think that she taught me a lot of what I know about writing well. And so kudos to her and to all the other authors out there that mentor and that turn around and pull up and don't just go off into the sunset, but they wait and they pull others up behind them.
Love that. Love that. And that is such a big thing. Community is so big. And because it is not an easy industry, as anything really, I think, in the arts is not. Colette, is that what keeps it fun for you? The fact that you're able to have these connections with readers, but also people in your industry that understand the journey of being a published author?
It really is. I mean, I'm in a writers group that is phenomenal. I have learned more from these young women than I can even explain. And they are from Canada to all over the United States. And just being the camaraderie and the selflessness in let me help you. It's hard sometimes even for a book cover. But when you have 15 people helping you create your book cover, then you're bound to get a winner. So I have, I think, leveled up because of the author community that I'm in, and that they're very supportive and pushing me forward, and again, really helping.
Mhm. No, you also, Colette, I can say this from just watching you, and anyone who's not following you on social, we're going to let you know at the end of the broadcast how you can stay connected with Colette. I love the fact that you are like me in that we use the online tools that are at our disposal, like social media, connecting with people, online, people we've never met. But you also are in the trenches. You're also there meeting people. You're there being able to speak to your fans, to read them, to sign copies of books. I saw recently you had an event I saw while I was out of town, seeing you with readers. Talk to us about that experience, because there are some authors who have never experienced an in-person event. So what has that been like for you to actually to go from just seeing someone online who supports your work to being able to meet them and spend that time with them?
I don't think it's anything like that. You love being on social media. You love talking to people on the phone. Recently, someone I spoke to on the phone in a different city came
Mhm.
Saturday to the book festival, the Bridges Book Festival, just to hang out, just to, we did a little taping, a little reel on Facebook to say hi to people. But it has been a phenomenal way to engage not just your readers, but other authors. You spend just as much time kind of running from table to table to meet your other authors and connect with emails and social media so that you can continue to talk. And you just never know when your next great collaboration walks in the room. And so I enjoy it. I enjoy the people in the community coming out. You get to not only have people buy your work, but you get to see them get excited about what you wrote. I don't think there's a bigger thrill.
Love that. I hope I'm saying this correctly. Ebony says hello. Also, Delrita Parks, she says that she's a student and retreat attendee. Hello to the
Mhm.
two of you. Thanks for joining us on the Amazon Live side. For those, I see you guys also coming in over here on Twitter and YouTube. Hello to you. If you guys have any questions or comments for Colette, make sure you guys do put those in the chat. We have the chat open on all the platforms. Would love to be able to hear from you guys there. I do want to say for those who are just tuning in, welcome. You all are listening and watching Cyrus Ware Presents and Conversations Live. We're excited to welcome back Colette Harrell to our broadcast today. When I first met Colette, it was after reading this book Later.
Yeah.
Now we were just talking about her newest work here, The Gift of Freedom, that she's a part of, and she has more to come. But outside of writing, she also has been very busy in building her tribe and being able to help other people, which leads us to a special event you have coming up. Colette, talk to us about what you have that's coming up and kind of what helped to birth it.
I have spent probably the last year just really intensifying my class and my sitting in classrooms, my learning my trade, my trying to, like I said before, level up. And I found that even though I've been writing since 2014, so much has come out, so much software, so many different processes and methodology, just to be able to be in the room with people are like, oh, you should be using this. And are you using this method? And are you working on this? Made me understand when I talked to other people who did not know about it. I was like, okay, so how can I bring people together to enhance their skill set, but do it in such a way that it is fun, that it is active, that they leave with a lot of information. They leave having written some really well-grounded work that they can take home and complete or even come and complete. Mm-hmm. So the retreat, Victoria Christopher Murray is actually going to be our instructor for that entire weekend. And you, Cyrus Webb, are our media partner, which I'm so pleased that you came on with us. It's just amazing what God will do and the people he'll connect you with. That Saturday, we're having a one-day pass. And at that one-day pass, we're going to have Victoria Christopher Murray teaching. We're going to have Cyrus Webb teaching on promotion and marketing. We're going to have Sandy Hemphill will be teaching on nonfiction. We're going to have Manswell T. Peterson, whose last book went to bestseller, where he said writing the book is the easy part. He has written everything from children's books to adult books to middle schooler and high schooler. So he's going to share some of his knowledge. Can't get it all in that time period, but he's going to share quite a bit. And then Stephanie Bridges will be talking about how to get free money. So we've got a great lineup of people. I will be teaching in between everyone else teaching. I'll be giving best practices, tools that people can use. And so I'm excited because I know that authors are going to go away full.
Love it. Ebony says that I cannot wait to come. I'll be at the retreat. Ebony, looking forward to meeting you. Gregory says I am there. Awesome. Looking forward to meeting you as well, Gregory. Dorita says epic event. And I'm excited about it too. You and I've never met each other in person. I feel like I know you already, Colette, because of our conversations we've had. But I'm excited about being there as well. And I'm doing a lot more in persons, as you've seen now. So I'm excited about that. I used to do quite a bit before COVID, but this is my first year really starting from beginning of the year to the end of the year doing events again. So it's great to be out. I want to talk about impact for a moment because I am learning. I'm still not good at it. So let me not pretend like I'm good at this. I'm not good at absorbing things very well. I stay so in it, as I know you can relate to, Colette, and you're so busy doing this and doing that. Have you been able to stop and think about the impact that you're able to have, Colette, on aspiring writers, on writers who may have kind of become dejected? Have you thought about the impact you've been able to have on them to encourage them to keep going?
Saturday was a phenomenal time. I want to thank Stephanie if she sees this tape, but she had a conference that was embedded within the festival, the book festival. So not only were you able to sell your books, but she had some of us teaching at the conference, doing small workshops. And
Mm.
afterwards, some of the women who came up to me and hugged me, and some of them who said they got their breakthrough, impacted me. I
Mm.
left full because I had been depleted all week. Sometimes, like you said, we're running. We don't get to be present
Yeah.
in the moment, but I got to be present in the moment. And those hugs and those small conversations I was having with each one of the women that came up to me meant more than me than they could know. I was full when I left. My cup was running over.
Well, such a proud thing, and so deserving, Colette, because you give so much, and I want to take this opportunity to say that we appreciate you. We
Oh,
appreciate
thank
what
you
you
so much.
do, and that's why when Colette and I were talking about me not being a media partner, but I help her get the word out about the upcoming event to make sure that she realized the importance of putting herself first, because this would not be happening without her. And what she's been able to bring together, because you're the one who's making it possible, Colette, for people to get this type of training. You're the one who's making it possible for people to come in and to encourage one another and to be encouraged. So I want to make sure that you give yourself that pat on the back, because it's definitely deserving. So for those who are just finding out about the retreat, tell them what your hope is, Colette. When you were putting this together, what do you hope people, when they leave, what do you hope they take away from it?
First of all, I wanted to share the gift of Victoria and to share the gift of you, because both of you in your separate fields are amazing in terms of what you bring to the table. And so, when anybody gets a good gift, they want to share the gift. And so I want to share the gift of Victoria Christopher Murray. I want to share the gift of Cyrus Webb. I want to share the gift of all the other presenters. I feel that people will leave empowered to do more. I feel they will leave believing they can. I believe they will leave with a toolbox full. I'm excited, not just about them coming, but I'm excited about when they leave, what they're going away with. And so I don't take it lightly. I so want it to be a event that is overwhelming in the terms of I got so much, I don't know what to do. I'm so full. That's what I would like people to walk away with. And I think we have the people to present that, to make that a reality for people.
All right. Colette, with your permission, I'd like to go ahead and show them. I know we're going to be giving out your website, to go ahead and show them the itinerary. If you, is that okay with you?
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm going to show you guys actually what you can expect from the upcoming event. As you can see there, Colette Harrell and Friends, Writers Brunch with Victoria Christopher Murray. That she is there on the end. There's myself and Colette again. So if you're curious about the date is Saturday, August the 24th. So you guys can make sure you're marking your calendars here. Saturday, August the 24th is the date. And this is an in-person event. As you can see there, it's from 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 a.m. That's Eastern Standard Time in Columbus, Ohio. And I have to say, Colette, I don't know if I told you, this is my first time coming to Columbus. I've never been to Columbus before.
We
So
are
this is,
excited to have
yes,
you.
this is
We're
the
gonna
first
show you a
time.
good time.
I look, it's already going with you and Victoria. It's already going to be a great time. But again, it's going to be at the Warner House there in Columbus, Ohio. As you guys can see, it's starting there with an opener, beginning with Colette, and then you have my segment coming up, how to build your author brand. I'm excited about being able to share that. Then you have Colette with author tips for success, building your toolbox, and then she has a Southern Flair brunch with networking there. As you can see, and that's followed by author tips for success, building your toolbox, the hammer. So you see the first one was the wrench, and then there's the hammer there, and then there's crafting your story. That's Victoria's segment there. And then you have Colette with author's tip for success, building your toolbox to glue. I like these teasers here, Colette, so I'm excited about being able to find more about that. And then building your creative business with business coach Dr. Robin Washington, you see there.
Mhm.
And then, of course, as you heard Colette mention, grants free money, funding your literary career with Stephanie Bridges there. So again, mark the date, everyone. Saturday, August the 24th. If you're in the Columbus, Ohio area, you want to go on a trip. this is the perfect time to be able to do it, to be with New York Times bestselling author Victoria Christopher Murray. Also, of course, Colette Harrell, and I will be there as well, sharing. And I should mention that I'm also going to be doing interviews as well for Amazon Live.
Right.
So that's another opportunity, you guys, if you're an author, an aspiring writer, a contributor to books. I'm going to be there doing interviews as well. So I'm excited about that too. Gregory says on Amazon, this is a much needed platform for current authors and upcoming authors. She's helped to remove some of the fear of failure in writing a book. Colette, when you hear that, something
Yeah.
like that from Gregory, how does that make you feel about what you're doing?
It makes me feel great. And Gregory has such an empowering story that he's probably needed to tell for a very long time. And I am so humble to have him trust me to bring that to fruition with him. And I think it's going to be a phenomenal book. And he's one of those people that's stepping out. And so I look forward to you being able to interview him because he's got a story to tell.
Love that. Melrose, hello to you on the Amazon side. Melrose side says, can't wait. And Melrose, thank you for the follow. So if you guys are on the Amazon side, a way that you can be able to support the show here that doesn't cost you a thing, just hit that follow button. You'll see that here in this corner or down below. That'll keep you posted on all of our content we have here on Amazon.com 6 days a week. So definitely would love to have you follow us and stay connected with us there. And Colette, as I mentioned, I'm so excited about being a part of coming to Columbus, Ohio to be a part of the event coming up. But you were just sharing with me, not to put you on the spot, Colette, but you were sharing you have another event that's coming up too. What can you tell us about that?
That is the Juneteenth Bash, and Bash stands for Black Authors Spotlight on Heritage. And it will be the Juneteenth weekend, and it will be on Sunday, June the 23rd. I have partnered with Columbus Metropolitan Library, and we already have 21 authors scheduled to
Oh,
attend.
wow.
We are already, excuse me, on our way to 30 authors. I'm going to stop at 40 authors, and we are going to have food and prizes. And right now, we've also added a health van, and we've also added a Head Start program. So people will be able to get some agency information, some health screening. They'll also be able to buy books. We'll have skits, we'll have music. So it's going to be a really festive occasion. It'll be at Martin Luther King, which is so appropriate, library branch. And so we're looking forward for everyone to come out. We're hoping for hundreds and hundreds to show up. And we will have the authors there to spotlight heritage.
Love that. Melrose says that's huge, and it really is. And so, a great opportunity. So, as you guys can tell, Colette's a great resource. So, make sure you guys are staying connected with her. We're about to let you know how you can do that. But again, I want to remind you guys of the upcoming event coming up on Saturday, August the 24th. Colette Harrell and Friends, Writers Brunch with Victoria Christopher Murray, and also myself as the media partner there, coming up on Saturday, August the 24th. I hope to be able to see you guys there. My very first trip to Columbus, Ohio. You guys know I take lots of pictures, so come, let's take some selfies, some ussies, and also do some learning and networking as well. So again, that event is Saturday, August the 24th. Colette Harrell and Friends, Writers Brunch with Victoria Christopher Murray, myself, and also Colette Harrell, as well as others too. So we hope to be able to see you there. So a lot of great things for people to get involved in. Colette, how can they find out more information and stay connected with you?
I'm going to make it very, very easy. I have an event page. Go to coletteharrell.com and you can get all of the information about the retreat. I have added the additional speakers that will be there. I'm going to update Eventbrite. I see we didn't miss that in grading it and updating it. But go to my website, and on coletteharrell.com, it's an event page, and it will take you where you can get your ticket.
Love that. Dorita says, author Colette Harrell is a gift to upcoming authors. I totally agree with you,
Oh,
Dorita. And Sandra Hempfield, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you following us and for joining us today. Colette, really appreciate you stopping back by. I know we have some other conversations that'll be taking place. We're going to have you back on Amazon Live to be able to talk more about the event as we're getting closer. But definitely looking forward to our next conversation together.
I am too, and it's always a blast to see you, Cyrus, and I'm just excited that soon we'll see each other in person.
In person, our very first USSY together. I'm looking forward to, to it as well. And we thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Cyrus Web Presents. Thanks to all of you joining us on Amazon, those tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. Glad you all could be with us as well. Colette, if you don't mind, one more time, give them out the website again, please.
It is Colette Harrell, HARRELL.com.
All right. Melrose, thank you for that. Melrose says, what a great platform. Appreciate that. Melrose, looking forward to having you on with us on Amazon Live as well, Melrose, as well as all of those who will be attending the retreat for sure. And we definitely thank you all for joining us for this episode of Cyrus Webb Presents. Until next time, I'm Cyrus Webb saying thank you so much for being with us. We'll talk to you all soon. Take care.